And of course, you know, everything we do in the sub 4 minute mile is kind of capsulizes, it takes the training process, the motivation process, the goal setting process that Roger Bannister so well illustrates and he used so successfully to run the sub 4 minute mile. Trained, didn't have much time at all. He was a busy pre-med student at Oxford University, neurobiology. 30 minutes a day, defied any conventional standard of training, not to mention going for that goal was not, quote unquote, encouraged. He did it in short, regular, focused, intense, intended training sessions. You're going to get an example today. That's what we do in every single session. Every single volume has 19 training sessions in it to help you redefine personal possibility. I always like to look through a few of them. We'll of course, I'll read the title session. But I'd like to mention, like positive thinking is a bad thing. Another one you will find very valuable, plebeian versus achiever on the value of time. Here's one. Note carefully. It assumes in the title that there is debt for both. The difference between the debt of the rich and the debt of the poor. Here's one we see all too often played out. Where's all that security? A city going bankrupt right now. Weaning out on pensions. People giving their life to it. Where's all that security? And our title piece, the blur between the impossible and the possible. And we get to snag page 15 just like we would if we were at the book, as we would actually pick it up on Amazon.com. The blur between the impossible and the possible. There's a blur between what is possible and what is impossible. And what is impossible to a lot of people is very possible to others. I'm often reminded of one of the seemingly humorous statements John Lennon made. As you know, John Lennon became a multi-millionaire in the music business. He delivered tremendous value to this earth, so he certainly deserved every single bit of that fame and fortune. Then there's others. I happen to live part of my life in Nashville, Tennessee, so I know about the struggling music artists. Here it's normally guys and gals, country music. I know the guys and gals who play music and sing so beautifully, they lift you to ecstasy you experience with tears. And then they pack up their instruments, go out and get in their car, and they've got 4 of those Maypop tires and no spare. You know, they may pop at any moment. Their parents warned them this is the way it would be, and still at family gatherings admonished them to give up on their musical dreams and get a real job. I know the struggle people with a dream go through to try and make money. John Lennon once justified himself by saying, "Look, we can make money other ways than music, too. See, Yoko and I have proven that because we've got a dairy farm that's profitable." Proving that you can make money a different way than music is interesting, when most people say it's impossible to make money in music. There's a blur between the possible and impossible. And I urge you to never let your doubts, fears, or the demons of other people take anything from your inner direction. What you want, you go get. Because the truth is, we don't know what is and what is not possible. Oh yeah. And in Nashville, it's hard to make money. Impossible to make money. Unless you have an incredible lucky streak. That's what they say. Yet there's thousands on the street. Also, from what I've seen, if you're inspired, ambitious, determined, persistent, well, people accomplish it all the time, don't they? I once saw Mick Jagger pull into the port of Panama in the country of Panama. At least, that's what all the scuttlebutt was. I don't know if it was really him or not. He was supposed to be there, and I did see the huge, modern, ultra-modern, well-equipped yacht. It even had a helicopter on top. It looked like one of those jet-assisted babies. Imagine that. Imagine. And once, Mick was just another little boy who decided he would form a band, decided he would be rich and famous in rock and roll. Now, there are whole magic differences between those who make it and those who don't. And it has to do more with belief than with ability. There's a blur between the impossible and the possible. And there's a hollow magic manner in which you reposition yourself to make real your great dreams and ambitions. To make the contributions you would like to make. All right, friend, check. This is Ted Ciuba, having just read The Blur Between the Possible and the Impossible, the title piece for The Blur Between the Impossible and the Possible. And as always, we say the taproot question that makes it a training session is, how does this apply to me? And I think, obviously, if you have anything in the creative arts, that's our prime example. John Lennon was the example there. You can make it apply real easy. But it's the same thing. And Mick Jagger, they decided, but a lot of people didn't decide they wanted to be rock and roll legends. They decided they wanted to be business people, good mothers. You got it. What it is. It may not be talking about the specific thing you attach the blur, or you recognize the blur between the impossible and the possible, or the possible and the impossible. It may be what's most important to you, my friend. This is Ted Ciuba saying pick up your copy at thinkrich.com/possible. As always, it's wonderful to be with you.